Good evening, everybody, and we are here today for another week of Extreme Racing League action here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Um, a really exciting Grand Prix here in the secure track. We have our drivers right here, and now let's take a look back at our previous races and how our championship standings are looking after round 2 last week in Australia. We have we had Amir getting his second win in the row for the season and also expanding his lead. And then also we have AV really having a really great start in the championship in the Alfa Romeos right behind Amir. And then we have in our top 3 Connor, who's a bit behind AV. And of course we got all of our rest of our great drivers. And today we have 2 new drivers in our lineup, who will be PS Francis in driving the Renault, the American driver, and also John Neves from Brazil driving in the Haas. We'll see what these 2 drivers will have hidden for us. And alright, we have our first drive starting their out laps. And okay, so how's the track we are racing in today? Basically, the Bahrain Grand Prix consists of a very fast Sector 1 and Sector 3, but really tricky Sector 2. We have Sector 1 and 3 very much room for overtaking. We're going to see a lot of overtakes in this race, and it's gonna be real fun. We have all of drivers starting their out laps. We have 2 drivers. Wait, we have Jonesy, who's supposed to retire in qualifying, serving a penalty for collision, and Make, who will also serve a penalty and will start at the bottom of the grid. I don't know why Jonesy is starting an out lap. That will be a disadvantage for the McLarens and for the Renault, but we'll see. Alright, we will be starting our qualifying today with maybe, let's go with our beloved Zara Jones, who is leading the drivers. Let's take a look at how Zara Jones is doing in this season. A really disastrous crash, and that got him with no points, but points, and that will be Zara Jones starting his first lap of qualifying, followed by Connor, and we already have, I think that's Jim. I don't know why. Let's see. Wait. Oh no! Come on, man! Oh, okay. We'll skip for Zara, and Jim was disqualified for going wrong way. Too bad. We'll go with Alton then, who was right behind Zara. Go with Alton with the Red Bull, sending a Sector 1 at 30.4, the first driver to set a Sector 1 time. I think Alton can do better than that. Going into Sector 2 in the slow turns in Sector 2. Now for the infamous hairpin in Bahrain. We had really tricky hairpin, especially in the first couple of laps. And that's Alton here, and too bad we have Jim, who was disqualified. That's Alton coming into the final turn in the track. How much will Alton set up a time? And it'll be nothing for Alton. Wow. Thank you for wasting my time when you're on board, Alton. We'll then go maybe for... oh, we got our Mercedes. finishing his lap with a 1:27.4, our first lap of the race. Then followed by Make is also doing, I don't know. Yeah, Jonesy is just you know, practicing, I think. Oh no, that was close. Let's go with our new driver. And we have two drivers who now is gonna set their times. Why? No one set their time yet. We got here Francis, our American driver in the Renault. We are 5 minutes into qualifying and nobody has set their times. You know, yeah, take your time. No rush. That's Francis doing a faster time than Romario. And yeah, Francis ruining his lap. Thank you, Francis. Let's go again with Zara Jones. He didn't have the ability to complete his first lap. Come on, what's going on with Zara today? I really don't know. Oh, do not go the wrong way, Zara. Do not go the wrong way. Great, okay. Oh my, I don't know what's happening with Zara today. Let's go on with our fresh cookie. And that's an invalidated lap for Cookie. And we have PS Kion who had a very bad lap, but it's going for another one, apparently, 8. And we already have our time, got Rolly Wedge, then we got 132.6, and we have Hank in the Alfa Romeo with a 129.9. Who's that put him P2, still 2 seconds behind, more than 2 seconds behind TC Factory Racing. And John Neves with a 127.4, that'll put him behind TC Factory Racing by a very thin margin. He heading in Sector 2. And then into another DRS zone, which will also witness, I believe, overtakes. And Make has left the session. Yeah, no problem. And that we have Cookie making a fastest Sector 2. Probably see Cookie climbing up the ranks right there. And we still have Amir and Flip and CPS Eon Francis. And that's Cookie will be doing a 129 point nothing. That'll put him P3. Still not bad. That's getting it rejoined. Wait, what was that? Oh no. Doing some donuts, I guess. Now let's see Connor in the Red Bull. Still, I think done. That's an invalidated lap for Connor. Probably had a fast Sector 2, and I think the fast Sector 2. Fast Sector 2 could have been really beneficial to his time. That's Connor going to the pits. And our Damien has retired from the session. I guess both the McLarens will be starting at the bottom of the grid today. And Amir Oh, okay, passing for... Oh, let's go with AV is also doing an out lap, so I thought he was doing flying lap. We'll see Amir, our leader, currently in the championship, winning the first two races. Great performance from Amir. I really admire how the way he drives and the strategies and everything. And I think long speed here, Amir's teammate got a 131.8. So we still have TC Factory Racing in the lead on provisional pole, but still our fast drivers didn't make it yet. Okay, I'm going with Alton here. Alton, oh, having a bit for Alton, I don't know. I'm gonna switch. That's Samir starting his first flying lap of qualifying, going into Sector 1, another DRS zone. So much room for overtake here. Pretty much everywhere is so much room for overtaking here in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and that's already we have a fastest Sector 1 from Amir, COVID man, as I like to call him now. You're COVID now. And that'll be Amir going into the hairpin. We'll see how Amir will manage perfectly. Really great driving from Amir. And Zara Jones setting a... no, not Zara Jones. Yeah, Zara Jones setting a 128.4. That'll put him P3, 1 second behind the first two. And that's a fast Sector 2 for Amir. I think Amir will be on pole if things went like they are going right now. That's Amir going into the fine, yeah, sure. And Amir will record a 127.4. Ooh. It'll put him on pole, only 30 milliseconds ahead of CC Factory Racing and 80 milliseconds ahead of John Neves. Really close battle for the top here, and we have AV sending a slow lap. Probably go for another one. Let's AV a bit slow right here. AV coming to another straight. I think we have an issue with either Amir or... yeah, with Amir. That's AV coming into Sector 2 to a small hairpin, then followed by Sector 2 is just a couple of hairpins. That's AV into, so going to Sector 2 in the straight, and Jonesy was disqualified from the session. Here, I think he's serving his penalty. And that's the fastest Sector 2 from AV. Wow. Will AV take pole from Amir? Or will Amir still be in provisional pole? Well, I'm still waiting for Flip and oh, from Connor. Connor is currently on provisional pole, setting a 127.3, and we'll see AV set a 128.1. That'll put him P5 behind the Haas driver John, and that's Connor setting also very close, 80 milliseconds ahead of Amir. So let's go with Flip. Let's go on board with Flip, who got a fast Sector 2. That's into... there's no room for a mistake right now. Going to the final straight. Not the final straight, but final turn. And coming through... that's a bit slow. I think he had a slow Sector 1. That'll put him P14 right for now. Yeah, still have time to do more laps, and I reckon Flip will be on mediums currently. And back to our really competitive battle at the top. We have TC Factory Racing in the Mercedes. Oh, wow. Oh, I think that's Connor crashing. I hope he doesn't have much damage. And Flip Namstrom retired from the session. I think Flip has got some kind of issue right there. And will be on P14 currently. We're still waiting for Alton, who's now starting his outlap with 3 minutes to go. And TC aborted his lap as well as Amir. We see AV going for another lap and also aborting his lap. And that's probably from Hank, AV's teammate, who... Gotta say that the Alfa Romeo team is currently leading the Constructors' Championship, as they are setting great records as teammates. Yeah, the Alfa Romeo currently have 55 points to Constructors' Championship, followed by Racing Point by 52 points, and by the Red Bull, who got 46 points, a really close one. And see, and Alton, okay, I'm gonna throw now, and Zara starting his out, doing his outlap. Let's get back to Hank here in the Alfa Romeo. And Hank, that's an invalidated lap for Hank. Let's go. We have Connor going for another lap, and TC Factory Racing and John Neves. That'll be our showdown here in qualifying. Every driver, I think, right here, have time to do one lap. They only got one shot at this. Will Connor keep on to his pole, or will Amir, TC Factory... I don't think Amir can do a lap though. That'll be... will TC Factory Racing and John Neves take pole from Connor, or take P2 from Amir? We'll wait and see. And I think Alton here is starting his lap in second sector 2. Still have who will start first. I think it's TC Factory Racing will start first. Why am I seeing this one? Yeah, and that'll be TC Factory Racing. Be the first one among these three to start his lap. Will he improve his time? That'll be going into the straight and turn 1 after turn 1. After turn 2 actually. And Zara Jones! Oh my, that wasn't a surprise. He's doing a 126.8. Oh my god, that was really a surprise. And oh, that'll be it. He had a chance and he missed it. I don't think he can make another lap. Too bad. Back here to Connor, who's... oh, come on, man. Was, I think, slowed by his teammate. And that's also Connor missing on his chance. So we're on left with John here. John here will be going into a straight in sector 2. So, will Zara Jones keep on to his pole? Getting his, I think that will be his first pole of the season. That'll be Zara Jones retiring from the section. Okay, I don't need to say that. Yeah. So, we're back here with John. Will John... I don't really know what his real name. Will John get a... no. So, that's it. We'll have Zara Jones on pole here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Great job from Zara. I hope that capitalizes, into a great race. So, any left? We got Alton doing his final lap in qualifying. No, Alton is doing nothing. So that'll be the grid, I think, for today. We'll have Zara Jones starting on pole, followed by Connor, who's goes behind by approximately 300 milliseconds. And then Emir will be P3. Then we have the Mercedes driver Romario. Then followed by our new driver John, our new Brazilian driver in the house. Then AV in both the Alfa Romeo starting 6th, 7th. Jared in the Mercedes at 8th. Cookie 9th. Okay, and Rolly Welch will be starting 10th. So that'll be our top 10 for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And unfortunately we'll have Jim in the house starting last because he didn't set a time, and Jonesy and Meg and Damien also not setting times. Okay, so that'll be it for our qualifying. See you in the race. I hope we don't have a safety car though. That'll be T-minus 20 seconds for the race here at the Bahrain, our third race of the season. I really cannot expect anything. Will our great Amir, COVID man, get his third consecutive win of the race? Or will someone take off that clean record from him? We're starting here in the formation lab for our drivers. So let's take a look back at the grid. We have our Zara Jones at pole, then Connor, then Amir. That will be our top 3. I'll say there will be a great battle. I really can't say yet, but here we have the infamous Season-1, who I hope there will be no casualties there. We are drivers. We got the Bahrain has been known as a track that punishes tires, and IFC many drivers will seek a two pit stop strategy. I wonder how I wonder how Amir will manage, because Amir every race never fails to surprise me of how he treats his tires. Let's see, what do I know? Zara making sure his tires are really up to temperature before starting the race, excuse me, because Zara got really bad experience with cold tires after what happened in the Zandvoort circuit in the Dutch Grand Prix, our season opener, our terrible season opener. We have drivers lining up on the grid. Oh, alright. And here we are for the start. and it slides out here in Bahrain. All drivers, we have already Amir, we have TC Factory falling already behind couple of positions, and we have John Neves, and already, whoa guys, whoa, what happened? Whoa, we have a virtual safety car. I really don't know what happened. Let me see just the penalties. We have flipped. I don't think that's anything. We have Zara Jones having severe collision with Connor, and Jared having a collision with John, and Cookie having a collision with Avi, and Amir having a collision with Zara Jones. Apparently Jared has 2 collisions. We already have a 10-second time penalty, and we haven't even started the race. And we already have a virtual safety car. Okay, and I think that's the green flags again. We have already TC Factory Racing going for the lead, but that didn't work out well for him. Let's see here. We have Alton and Cookie, who already have Cookie taking, and Alton going from the inside. Oh, that was close. And I'll bet we'll see Hank Bear right here. Oh my god, we have Hank Bear make. We have Hank Bear make, and we already have Make overtaking Hank. We have John Neves setting a first lap of the race, and we have Rolly Wedge in P3. Oh my god. I can't believe it. We have Rolly in P3. And what's happened to... And we already have 3 drivers in our pit. Zara Jones, Cookie and Connor. That's really bumpy start to the race after getting... And that will be a predicted pit stop strategy after the virtual safety car. Some drivers could go for a 1-stop, and John flipped Armstrong. Oh, okay, Rolly Wedge got flipped Armstrong. Already going for a front wing change into the pits. And another virtual safety car. What happened? I really didn't get it. Virtual safety car when you have flipped Armstrong leading. Wow. And getting out of the pits. And we have... Oh my god, what happened? What the hell was happening? So, as we on the sea, you have Zara Jones falling from P1 to P18 to the bottom of the grid. And we already have Long Speed doing his 3rd retirement in 3 races. Okay, so Flip is the bottom now. And Damien, I have a drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car. And Jared has retired from the session. And I think racing is back. Let's see here. Sir Ibo going for maybe on the move. On Hank. No, that was not good. F. Jones, they already up to P5. I don't want to see here the driver that crashed. There we have Jared right here. Oh, hard luck for Jared. And we have Ibo going to the move on Hank. Ibo going to P7. The Ferrari having a great, and Hank also going wheel to wheel, and that'll be Hank. And into the turns, forcing him outside of the track, and that'll be Hank. And well, very 4 close drivers. And that's Amir. Oh, no. I think Amir will be giving back the position. Yeah, Amir will be giving back the position. Amir will be P9 now. That's both the Alfa Romeos racing each other, and I think here we got Hank Beb had a bit wide, and that's AV probably getting in front of them. That we have 4 really close drivers. And John Neves setting another fast lap, 131. John Neves really doing a great opening race, and Jonesy will be advancing on Make. Given the fact that these two drivers started at the bottom of the grid and they're now 4-5, that will be Jonesy from the inside, and that's a great move from Jonesy. Great move from Jonesy. And I think Make is gonna do something about it again. And Jared has left the session. Really not good season opener for Jared. Let's get back here into Ibo and Hank and Amir. Well, Amir! You see Amir, who's currently P8, not a great start to his race. They're going into this hairpin and a bit of losing grip from Ibo. Ibo having a bit of trouble. You see again Hank, who's really pushing on Amir, and Amir is currently in a sandwich between the Alfa Romeos, and John Neves setting another fastest lap. We get it, John, you're fast. Just stop, please. And Amir and Connor got a 3-second time penalty. Let's take a look at all the penalties the drivers have. Got Connor getting an 8-second time penalty, Zara Jones getting a 5-second time penalty. See Hank here, missed the breaking point by a bit. And John Neves, TC Factory, AV, and Zara Jones also have 5-second penalties. So basically John is still in the lead. Basically Raleigh is a bit close to the lead. That's the bigger problem. I think that's really... And Jonesy is already being pushed on by... Cookie got a 3-second time penalty, and that will be... Oh, let's see right here what's happening. Oh, okay, that's what's happening. That'll be Cookie having a bit of an incident right there. Losing 2 positions. And yeah, I missed this. And Raleigh Wedge losing his position to Jonesy. And we have Cookie has retired from the session. Unfortunately, Cookie will not be able to not finish his race, and that'll be another position. But Raleigh is going to the straight right now, and currently Epics are going into no there. I see Raleigh is really keeping up with those 2 guys, and Hank here wheel to wheel into Alton, and Alton will still scrape through. And that's Alton keeping on to his lead, defending his position. Let's go back now to our... Let's stay with Hank and Alton, and TC Factory Racing got another 3-second time penalty, so I think basically TC Factory is currently P5, maybe. And we have got a yellow flag. I think that's a Red Bull. No, that's Connor. Really a not so good race for Connor right there, having an 8-second time penalty and being P13. And we have Hank, who was a bit close to Alton right there, going to the straight. Hank will now try and go from the outside, and Hank will manage to scrape through and take over Alton's position and become at P8. And another pit stop strategy has been opened. Let's start a 2-stop strategy. We'll see how everyone will try and manage their strategies, especially after the two virtual safety cars. We have John Neves going on mediums while TC Factor going on softs and wait. I think that's an incident for the Alfa Romeo. That will be Hank falling into P11 after doing a great fight with Alton. And lost it. Excuse me, I eat these. You see also AV and Amir were behind each other. Both of them were following and going to eat Raleigh alive. I think that's a really great start from Raleigh. Starting to P5. Really above my expectations. And yellow flag. I think that's McLaren. Wait, we'll see what happened here. Okay, that'll be the McLaren falling into the back of the grid, having I think an accident. Let's get back to AV. We're still on the tail of Raleigh. Raleigh had a bit of where he went wide. That'll be AV taking this position. And Raleigh is going into the pits. Let's see how Amir and AV's fight will go. And that'll be Hank Burr going on to the Renault on Francis, our American driver. And that's Hank going into the pits. Let's see here our back drivers, or back markers here. We got Damien getting a bit close on flip. I don't think that will be enough for him to overtake. And Hanker will come out behind Damien, getting real close. And Connor right here was getting close on Jim in the house. How will Jim manage this hairpin in order not to lose time behind in front of Connor? It'll be Connor getting real close, and Connor, that will be Connor going from the outside, and that'll be Connor overtaking Jim. A really great move from Connor that'll put him up a position into P10. And apparently I missed this. And oh no, going to the pits. That'll be TC Factory Racing going to the pits, and our great strategist Amir also going to the pits. See how John is currently managing. Currently 12 seconds ahead of Jonesy. Who, our top 5 are all currently on mediums, 8 laps mediums. We'll see how they will manage. I think the race is not pretty over for anyone for this race, except for the ones who crashed and died. But I think we still have much to see here, and we have Amir going for hards. I wonder what Amir will do with his hards, and Amir will be coming P15. We still have many drivers who have old tires. It'll be John right there, trying to complete another lap. And we still have, I think, Connor and Keon Francis. That'll be Francis trying to go from the outside, and that will not be successful apparently. And we got a yellow flag on sector 3. That'll be Damien, I think. Yes. And Hank Burr received another penalty from the FIA. 3 for multiple warnings. We'll take a look here as Ibo and TC Factory Racing are having a great fight, and that'll be TC getting ahead, and Zara Jones and Flip, the Jared and the Williams and Flip in the Alpha Tauri, and Toro Rosso. I think that'll be Flip trying to go on the move right there, and the yellow flag. I think that's either Alton or Connor. That's Alton. No. Yeah, that's Alton. Alton was falling into P8 right now. I don't... That's Red Bull will I think overtake the Ferrari right there, and yeah, that will be Connor up a position into P6. And wait, let us see Francis, who's also pushing on into Alton in the another Red Bull, followed by Raleigh Wedge, who's now P10. That's the Keon going from the inside, late braking, and that'll be Keon scraping through. A great move from Keon. I keep calling him Keon, Francis or whatever. That's Alton going into the pits, and also Ibo going into the pits. See Amir and Zara Jones and Flip Namstrom, our great three. Amir ahead of them, followed by Zara Jones and Flip. Flip will try to go from nowhere, and Flip, yeah. And yellow flag. I think that's McLaren having another problem. Oh, we have our leader currently going into the pits, John. I wonder if he'll come out in front of or... Oh, okay, I think that will be... Yeah. So, I think John will come out P2. Not bad for John. Instead of Amir, who's 11 laps on the medium. And that's Amir, our championship leader, pushing into Jim. Jim is going from the inside. I don't know what's happened with Jim. Why he gave that position. That's Jim apparently was gonna lose. Oh, Jim's going into the pits. Yeah, Flip here. Also still pushing on Zara. Let's see Raleigh Wedge here and Keon. Raleigh Wedge is into P8 now, turning into the DRS zone. He's gonna try and go from the inside, and that'll be Amir getting in the between of them, and we'll probably gotta go wheel to wheel, and oh no! Amir I think got contact with Raleigh. Oh my god. Amir is gonna fall into P12 again. Really awful race. Really unlucky race. I don't think it's his fault. Unlucky race. And that's Raleigh overtaking Keon. Great move from Raleigh, even though I didn't see it, but it's of course a great move. And Raleigh, a bit of contact right there. We got 4 drivers, and oh no, Raleigh hitting a bit of Zara, I think. The Keon still, yeah, Allah, Keon. P7, Francis, Keon. Yes. We'll be flipping Armstrong winning this battle, and I think Raleigh Wedge is gonna go from the inside. And oh shit! Ooh. Yeah. Rolly Wedge, another contact, but Keon will still be ahead of them. And and Rolly Wedge has retired from the session. And we have another virtual safety car. Oh my god. Rolly Wedge had really a bumpy ride, and now virtual safety car. All drivers will now have to slow down, and no overtaking is allowed. Another safety car, our virtual safety car, our third virtual safety car in this race. And that's all, I think, benefiting John, who's currently leading the race by much. And that's the virtual safety car over. Racing is resumed. Who is that? That's CC Factory Racing going to the pits, and Connor is not P3, but I think that's the Renault. Keon Francis again. Yeah, it's a really exciting race. Yeah, Zara Jones going another time, is still behind Flip. Really, they're showing us really great battle. And TC Factory Racing received another 3-second time penalty. That is, Connor has left the session. I really don't know what happened with Connor right there. I think his PlayStation turned off as usual. So that'll be Connor, his AI driving. I think that will be quickly overtaken by Jonesy. Yeah, that'll be Jonesy. I think will take Connor's position. That'll be Jonesy up into P3. We got our, I think, top 3 drivers. I'm gonna try and go for 14 laps on the hards. I think that's possible, but that's gonna be hard towards the end of the race, so you're gonna lose some grip. I wish Connor will join the session. Close. See, AB right there was also gonna overtake Connor's AI. And Connor's gonna have to hurry up before falling so much into the back, or else he'll come out with no points today. Let's take a look here at Amir and Zara Jones. And Connor has rejoined. Great. Fallen to P5, was still ahead of Flip and can still climb back the ranks. That'll be Amir getting real close with Zara Jones. It's Amir getting here real close, and will go into the long straight. The beginning of the lap. Will it be enough? And yes, gonna be enough. Oh, going to wheel, a bit of contact right there. And that's gonna keep Zara Jones ahead. And I really have an issue. I can't see the gaps. We have a sector 2. I think that's Jonesy. Driving a bit slow. See Ja right there, who's also getting a lot to his lead. I don't know how much the lead is. And here our close battle between Amir, Zara Jones and TC Factory Racing. Let's see, Amir right here. We're gonna go into the quick straight. See how things will develop right there. That's Amir already overtaking, and we'll see also TC Factory, will he be able to take up another position, and Zara will be going from inside, and that's Amir coming up another position into P7, and it'll be 1.8 seconds behind Flip. It's currently P6. It's real close behind, and let's see right there, TC Factory Racing. And TC Factory Racing gonna go, and that's another position lost for Zara Jones. A great move from TC Factory Racing. Oh, and a bit, I don't know what happened right there. Had a bit of a moment. That'll be Zara Jones ahead. And John Neves setting another fast lap on hards. 130.8. I think that's really a great start from John Neves in his season debut. He's already leading the race with 12 laps to go. And Damien has received another penalty. Let's take a look at the penalties here and see if they have any effect. I think they have. An 8-second penalty from Connor will put him back a couple of positions. But I see here Flip Nobstrom is currently pushing on Jonesy. Yeah, and that's Flip coming real close. Will not enough. Let's go sector 2. Will he be able to pull off a tricky sector 2 overtake? That's Flip Nonstrom getting real close into Jonesy, and we have a yellow flag. I think that's the Mercedes TC Factory Racing, probably. And we are getting real close into the hairpin, and into the straight, into the DRS zone. Will it be enough? And Flip, oh, didn't have much space in order to overtake, and Flip is being hunted down by Amir. Currently behind them. I think he'll just catch up. That's going into the sector 3. Will it be enough for the move? And getting real close, and still not yet. To another straight. Will it now be the moment that Flip will take into P5? And getting real close. Oh, that was dangerous. A dangerous blocking move. That's we'll see if Flip is gonna go for it again. and there's the head with 10 laps to go. Really, it's coming real close to a win here in Bahrain, and our dear Amir. Oh, let's see here. Damien and Ibo. Damien's gonna go from the inside, and that's an overtake from Damien. I'm gonna go here to see what happened, and it's gonna flip going into the pits, and Flip Armstrong got 5 seconds penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Great job from Flip. Connor also is going into softs. Will the soft strategy work out for both of these drivers? Let's take a look here at our leader, John Neves. He's doing faster times. Let's see, Amir. I think it's hard because AV is establishing a fundamental lead. Sorry guys. Let's see here. Jonesy is getting real close on Amir is getting real close on Jonesy. And Flip Armstrong got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now into the straight. Will Amir be able? And that's Amir getting into the inside, and that's a great move from Amir, who had a bit of a lock-up on his tires. He lost his position back to Jonesy. See AV here. He's currently going into... He's real close to make, but still not in the DRS zone. DRS time. DRS is really important in this race, as it's we got 3 DRS zones, really long ones, and that'll be AV into sector 3, and it's slower than make on the straights. Now we'll be in this DRS, and yes, he's in this DRS. NBC Factory Racing on a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That will be not enough for AV. Slam Connor has rejoined the session. Connor is currently P8 with his teammate P12, both of them in the points, but not really much points. And see Amir, but it was still on the tail of Jonesy. Amir had a bumpy ride, a bumpy race, had a bit of had an incident earlier. And Flip Armstrong doing a fastest lap of the race on the soft tires. And thank you, Flip, you ruined my gap. I don't know why it's no longer showing anything. Let's look at Flip right there, who is taking over. I think that's Connor or his AI. I don't know. I will put Flip P8 in his soft tires. It's still gonna try and climb up with its very fast tires. With 7 laps left to go in this race, and we have Jim going into the pits. He's also sending a soft strategy. I think it's a bit too late for that. Let's get back here to AV and make a really great battle for P2, currently going underway. Mako initially, and Amir finally overtook Jonesy. That'll be Jonesy going again. They'll go, and Amir will skip one to his lead, and that's Jonesy into the straight. That's Flip setting another fast lap of the race. Oh, a bump right. They're going to wheel, and that's Jonesy. And I think that's Ferrari Aibo. I'll get to him in a second. Good thing is that we didn't have a safety car yet in this race, which is really... And Jonesy still is ahead of Amir. Really great battle going underway. Let's see Connor, who's pushing on Flip. Let's go for this one. And then Amir trying to go for it another time. Still didn't work. Oh, look here at AV, who's also in a battle with Make, going into the DRS zone. And I think that'll be enough for AV to make his move, and that'll put AV ahead of Make, going into turn 1. I'm going to wheel, and a great move from AV that'll put him up a position into B2. And with 6 laps to the race, John... Oh wait, that's a bit of a lock up here, and to make that was with close. And Make will retake his position back from Connor. AV. And wait here, my. It's a really nice battle from Jonesy and Amir. Wonder who will battle for P4. Let's see here. Let's get back to Connor and Flip. Connor got a fastest sector 1 currently. I think Flip and Connor are trying to go for a fast lap of the race. Because they need points. That's the Connor into the DRS zone. Connor trying to go from the inside, and the successful move from Connor. But Flip is going for it again. They're gonna go, That's Connor a bit off track, lost a bit of time to Flip, and will come ahead, gonna go wheel to wheel, and going into the final turn, and Flip will be ahead, but then Connor will also be in his DRS. Connor will go ahead, and why are they racing here? That'll be Connor gonna try and go from the outside, and that'll be Connor ahead of Flip again. An entertaining battle going on over here. Be Flip again going for another time. Going to sector 2, really a fundamental sector, a very important sector. So much time can be lost here. Okay, let's get back a bit here to AV and Make. Going into the straight, will AV be faster than Make? Let's again into the DRS zone, into the first straight of the race. I don't think that will be enough for an overtake from AV. That was an unsuccessful move from AV. Let's get back here another time for this amazing battle underway from Connor and Flip. That'll be Flip trying to go from the inside, backed out into the DRS zone again. That will be Flip. I hope this battle stays clean. And Flip overtaking Connor again with 4 laps left in this race. We still have John Neves getting closer to his first win of the race in his first race in this season. That's Flip ahead of Connor again. Really, it's just back and forth right here. Jab after jab, and I wonder. Yeah, no, I don't think so. So I think finally, yeah, Amir will. I'm not mad or anything, but Amir will not get his third consecutive win of the race. After a great performance from John, we're gonna see here again. We got this action, right? The Red Bull, the Alpha, the Honda showdown. That'll be Connor charging through very fast. That's Connor gaining another position from Flip, but Flip is gonna strike again. Now coming into the DRS zone in the final straight. Both drivers are betting on a mistake from each. But we have very two elite drivers right there who are not willing to do mistakes. I think Flip will gonna try and overtake, but I think this time Connor will stay ahead. So Connor successfully defended his position. So now let's go back to AV and May getting into the hairpin. Well, that was close. With 3 laps left in this race, we have 2 amazing battles. I think that's Damien having a free pit stop. I'm gonna try and go for a fast lap of the race. But I don't think. But he lost some points right there. Well, let's get back here. It's getting real close. It's AV and Meg, and going into turn 1, and they're going to wheel, and getting real close. And that's the AV, or that's May going to go through with only 2 laps left in this race. Who will come out P2? And our other question is here. We have now Connor going into the Mura TC Factory, always on slower tires. And Connor currently up into P7. We have also Flip gonna try and go on the move on TC Factory. I think that's AV losing a bit of time against Make. Let's get back here to the back a bit. Gonna see Francis and Ibo also having a battle. It'll be also Francis going ahead, even though I think Ibo is on the fast tires. And that'll be our final lap of the race. And the final lap of the race for our leader has started right now with John. Probably was gonna get the win. I think, yeah, he's gonna get the win. Now our question is, who will come P2? Will it be AV or Make? This is the final lap of the race. A great battle in the final lap of the race. I think I'll just concentrate on them. And that will be coming into this turn, and Zara Jones has left the session. Where is Zara Jones? It's currently P6. That's gonna set him back a little. See here, we're still in action between Make and AV. And Make earning a bit of time, getting into the first DRS zone. So currently a game of chess going between them, these two. Move after move. An excellent drive from both of these great drivers. And that'll be it. John Neves will take the win home here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's the checkered flag for John Neves. Congratulations on your first win of the race. And the yellow flag on Sector 2. Come on, I can't concentrate on that. I think that's Keon, Francis. Okay, too bad. That's AV having a bit of moment, and that we make finishing P2 and AV finishing P3. What a great race from all of our drivers right there. And I wonder if any penalties were served. And Amir, look at that, finishing P4, failing short of a podium by 1 position only. Then Jonesy in P5, followed by Connor, who will be finishing P6 today. And no, P8 actually. I think that's because of penalties. And we Flip finishing P6 today, followed by Zara Jones, Connor, and TC Factory Racing. That was great race today. I really enjoyed it, and the driver of the day will be Meg Henning, who was finished P2 today. Great drive from the back of the grid. Our best race so far. That'll be our drivers. John Neves, our Brazilian driver, getting his first win of the race. You see, turns out John is a rock star, not a wanker. So for the champagne, and congratulations for our top 3 finishers and for our winner of the race, John. So that will be it for today in the Bahrain Grand Prix. We have Amir finishing P4, followed by Jonesy, Flip P5, P6, and Zara Jones in the Williams finishing P7, Slum Connor in 8th, TC Factory Racing 9th, and Damien P10. Then we have Alton, Hank, and Jim 11, 12, 13. That will be our point finishers for this race. Thank you for being with us today here in the Bahrain Grand Prix, in our 3rd race in the season, and I was your commentator Ali here. Thank you for watching.